What do firefighters do during the day? They eat, they sleep, and they work out.
I guess taking care of families in need when there's a fire in their home.
They probably just sit around and talk to each other, waiting for a call, I guess.
They are constantly on alert for whatever's about to happen. So they have to constantly be ready to go fight fires.
They have a lot of free time, and so when they're not working, they have second careers.
Being a firefighter isn't just about being brave. It's about being brave for anything, at any time. From saving a cat from a tree, risking your life to save someone else's. See, that's the beauty of the job. That's what really makes it fun and exciting. To expect the unexpected. Welcome to a day in the life of a firefighter.
You know, if you came here to be a hero, you came to be the wrong thing. For the most part, 90% of the time, this is just a dirty, nasty, back-breaking labor job. You know, this is a job where, you know, things are not going to go right all the time. You're going to lose people. It's a very stressful job. We're finding more and more of the older firefighters now that are having cancer and things like that. You know, we had to have birthdays on days that wasn't their birthday because I was going to be at the fire station. Same thing with Christmas and everything else, you know. The pay's not really, you know, that good. It's, you know, there's a high divorce rate in policemen and firemen and things like that. It's just, it's very stressful on the family. So your family is without you for 4 months out of the year. You know, this is what I love doing. I mean, guys, 26 years, I've never once got up and regretted coming to work. And you ask any fireman, and I guarantee they're going to tell you the same thing. In all the years, they've never regretted getting up and coming to the work.
Do they feel like they're really making a difference? You could perhaps save a life?
They love, yeah, they love what they do. I mean, they just absolutely love it. And I can't imagine doing anything else.
Well, I'm raised with professional chefs, and they always get me to come in here and cook.
You were a professional chef?
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah, I was the head chef at the Orangery.
Are you sure? No.
Yeah.
I love my job. I think it's the best job in the world. And what I always tell when we give a tour, you know, we take kids to the station, what I always tell them and what I tell their parents is the reason I love this job is because every day, to a certain degree, is different, you know. And just like I tell them in regards to the tour, you know, you and we might finish this interview and, you know, without a problem, or I might leave 3 seconds from now and not be back for 10 hours.
Excuse me.
This, for 10 days a month, we work 10 24-hour shifts a month, roughly. And while we're here, this is our home. You know, typically there's some downtime early. You know, we'd sit down and eat breakfast together, and then we'll, you know, break off. Each of us do our chores in our, you know, each part of the station, and usually some training. We keep the station clean. We keep our truck clean, and you know, and in that comes your usual chores: your sweeping, your mopping, you know, making beds. Calls just whenever, and again, what I tell the kids is, whatever you do at home, we do here, and no matter what we're doing, if the lights come on and the tones go off, we've got to go right then. And I guess it can be annoying. I mean, at the same time, you know it's the job, and there's times when, you know, there's times where, so many times where we've just set our plates down on the table to eat, and there come the lights and the tones, and we've got to go. And again, sometimes we come right back. Sometimes it's a fire alarm we've been canceled on. We turn around and come right back, or we might be gone for an hour or two. And if we do, we come back, we stick the plate in the microwave, and we'll eat eventually. Guys, this is Ed. He's doing, was it Rome State? Pellissippi. He's, well, anyways, sounds like you know as much as I do. But anyway, he's going to be riding with us today.
Oh, okay.
Got it cleared through the chief, and he's going to sign some release forms. And he'll ride
You
with
better
us.
sign a release form. I'm driving, so.
Ooh, I don't know if I should go or not.
No, maybe not. Saturdays is actually the day that it's supposed to be done, and then we just do it as we need it. We'll be washing ours today sometime. It's dirty.
He's going to spend most of the day out, so we're trying to get his done early so he can have a clean vehicle for the day.
What? I missed the spot where? Oh gosh,
and you have to do the little things and check your EMS equipment and check your gear out on the truck, and you want to make sure the truck's in proper working order and everything like that. So you've got 2 or 3 hours worth of work that you have to do when you get there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the day is pretty much, you know, you have lunch, and it's just like being at home.
Right.
But for most stations, you know, you can expect EMS calls because we are a first responder agency. We do run EMS calls. We have approximately 12 ALS engine companies, which means they're always staffed with paramedics. And we're getting to houses in 2 to 3 to 4 minutes where it might take an ambulance 7, 8, 9 minutes to get there.
Right.
So we're getting there early with our advanced care.
There's a lot of personalities, and every now and then personalities clash or don't mix, but you know.
What do you guys do in instances like that? Do you like put on the gloves and go out back and like I shoot my boys, or?
No. We usually just don't talk to each other.
Just don't talk to each other too.
Some of the things we run into out there on call, some of the things we see, you know, that might hang around with us for a while. If we might see a long time ago in my EMT training, I ran a SIDS call, a sudden infant death syndrome, of a real young child, and that was difficult to deal with for a while. And that's, I mean, in just like there's the potential for anything in this job, there's also the potential for a lot of that kind of stuff. You know, we might see, as on that church fire you mentioned earlier, you know, we had a firefighter injured. You know, and you know, there's been calls over the years where we've had firefighters hurt. You know, some worse than others. And you know, that's the biggest part of the problem. Stuff to do. We talk to each other, probably not as much as we should. I was actually just doing some research, you know, here in the last day or so on PTSD within this field, within the emergency services field, and reading about the fact that we don't ask for help, you know, near as much as we should. You know, maybe we have kind of a macho mentality about it, where we don't want to ask for help, you know, knowing that the help is out there, and you know, and they'd love to help us. But yeah, for the most part, you know, we don't. I know those of us around here, we don't have a, you know, like I said, we get so close with each other. You get to know them so well that if we have an issue, we don't mind talking to each other about it.
If you know that you gave 100% and you know that you did everything that you could do to possibly save somebody's life, and it doesn't go in their favor, then you can sleep at night. You know, you feel like it was just their time. It was meant to be, not anything that you could have done to have changed that.
Right.
You just know going in, or you learn once you get here, you're gonna win some and you're gonna lose some. You're gonna save some, and then there's some that can't be saved.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, these are all, you know, regular members of the department. They every so often they'll bring us out here for some training like this, and we'll do, you know, it's my first time ever seeing school bus extrication out here, but you know, they'll have us out here for cars, and they'll, you know, we've got if you want to, before we leave, you might walk around that way where we've got the we've got different props out here that will burn. We've got that car there. There's the big propane tank they'll light up. You know, we could open a few doors to that's our burn building there. You could get some, you know, if you want to. You want to walk? Fills up through the upper levels here, and we practice doing search and rescue, you know, and then at the end of it, they'll go in and extinguish the fire.
So they start at the bottom, or they start over here?
They'll do different drills. You know, you might have a team coming in through this door, you know, or they'll come in from the bottom. It just depends on what we're training on that day. But with all the different doors, they can, they can have this closed off. So for the purposes of the search, they can tell you that, everything that's closed is a wall. And typically, when you enter a structure, it'll be up to that company officer. They'll decide whether to do a right-hand or left-hand search. And right-hand, you'll stick to the right wall, and you'll just stick to that wall all the way through the structure, until you come back out the same door you came in.
What are you making for supper? Lasagna.
For the record, we do buy our own food.
Yeah.
Big myth. Oh, the cities doesn't pay for all those firemen to go eat. Nah, we pay it ourselves.
We do buy our own food, and that's a common misconception among the public. They think that, they think that the city provides our food for us, and when in fact we pay for all of our groceries, we pay for our cable, our internet here at the station we pay for. So there's a, some costs that come along. But again, when we're at home, we pay for our food and our cable and our internet. So, it's nothing we mind doing, but it's just a misconception that people have.
We got a lot of time. We hang out, we talk, we watch TV.
Oh!
Chores around the station.
Do chores, just kind of goof off, just have fun, make the most of the time here. We have weights here upstairs that we can use to do workouts. I try to stay pretty active. I try to run, do some physical activity that way.
Non-emergency transports, discharges from hospitals back to home, transports to and from dialysis.
I can't do my job and my crew can't do their job without other guys doing their job. So we really consider it a team effort, and when there's awards given out quarterly, they're not given out to one person, we give them out to the entire crew.
That's awesome.
Because it is actually a team effort. I can't do my job inside when I was a captain. If me and the guy on the back of the fire truck were going in with a hose on, we can't do our job without the guy on the pump getting us the water.
Right.
So he's just as important as we are. We can't do our job if he don't do his job. He can't do his job if the people coming in laying the water supply don't do their job. So if you work as a team like that, really, Any save you make goes to everybody on the scene.
Consider myself, I don't know, I guess just really fortunate and really lucky to be doing something for a living that I love. And as we talked about, it could pay more, but you know, there's a lot of people out there that dread going to work, you know, every day or every week, and really, you know, truly, I don't think there's ever been a day where I haven't looked forward to coming to work.
You know, I've had some jobs that paid really, really well, and I could sit around and absolutely do nothing.
Right.
And you go home and you felt like, you know, the best you get out of it is your paycheck.
Firefighters are many things, but most of all, they're a family. They live together for 24 hours at a time, keeping them away from the loved ones at home. Just like at home, the family runs under a certain hierarchy, with love, discipline, and leadership. Within their family, just like any other, disputes arise, sometimes disagreements and even heated words. That's understandable for any group that spends that much time together. However, they know that once the tone sounds calling them back into action, they're a team once again. A team whose job is to serve and protect the city residents. They know that in a matter of only a few minutes, they can go from an argument with each other to fighting to save each other's life. That's what brought them to the profession in the first place. They love the thrill and responsibility that the job brings. When they're having possibly the worst day of their lives, it's a firefighter's job to arrive quickly and make the situation better. Extinguish the fire, treat the injured, console those who have lost someone. An impossible task for just one firefighter.
It takes a family, and that's who they are.